Okay, this video is about the fastest search Firefox add-on that I made. Basically, I want to tell you about the things I forgot to add for the first two demo videos, and also very importantly, the new features that I recently added. One thing I forgot to say is that remember the add-on icon that's here in the add-on bar. After installing, the add-on icon is very important because if you left click, it shows the options panel that allow you to set all the options. So very importantly, you will want to show this add-on bar that has the icon. If you don't want to show the add-on bar but still have the icon, you can right click on the bar and say customize. Once you are in a customize mode, you can drag this icon into this bar and then say done. And then you don't need the icon on the add-on bar. The add-on bar doesn't have the icon anymore. You can hide the add-on bar now, and that saves you some screen real estate, and you still have access to all the settings. Another thing is that very importantly, some of the web pages, if you right click in the query box, you will not see create fastest search, and that's because some of the pages there was one page that I intentionally disabled it, which is this about home. Basically it's a Google engine, you don't need to add it again. Another thing, other pages, when you see that the same thing, it just means that the web page will use JavaScript to send a query to the server. In such situation, Firefox itself would not show add a keyword for this search entry because it doesn't know how to determine how to submit query to the server. And same thing for fastest search. You will not see create fastest search on those websites because fastest search doesn't know how to assemble a query for you either. So you have to add those engines manually. In those situations, let's use my son's blog page as an example. So if you right click in the box, you actually see this. Let's pretend that we didn't see this and it's a website that we don't have create fastest search. How do you add an engine to this page? What you can do is you go to google.com, you right click and you choose create fastest search, and then you just add in whatever name you want and type in the address of the page, and then for the query leave it for now because we're gonna get it later. And for the category, you enter one, and then shortcut you can enter one and add it now. And oh, I already added this one, and so let's add another one. Say add it now. Oh, okay, add it now. And what you do is that you go back here and you do a search. Once you do a search, you can see, okay, this is actually the query that will get you the search result. So this is really the part that you want. And now we get back to search engines and we get to this one. This is one I added one myself, for example, and for testing. And now this is the one that we need to see, and here the query engine needs to be changed. And let's delete this one and put this in. But just putting this in, the fastest search may not know where to put the query keyword. In this case, of course, it's easy. It knows you should be putting it at the end. But in other case, more complicated case, it doesn't know. So fastest search require you to add a special keyword at where the search keyword should be put in. So in this case, search keyword should be put in at the end. So you add this special keyword at the end, and that way you know this is gonna, whenever you do a search query, this string is gonna be replaced with your keyword. And now we can do a testing to see if this query is correct, and indeed it is correct. Okay, so that's something we need to do. We are done. But now you can see the icon is still wrong. It's still the Google icon. So what you can do is that if you install my other one of my icon add-on is called image to icon add-on. If you do this add-on, if you add it to Firefox, install it, you don't need to restart. Once you have this add-on, you can go back to the page and right click and say view current sites favicon. And if you click on that, oh, you see you get an URL for the favicon. And now we have the component, one more component, the icon. So you just paste this in and say save changes, and see, now it's good. And of course I can remove the old one, and then I can change this shortcut to that shortcut. And you can also put in suggest. Suggest is a service that the website provides, but if you don't know, you can copy a suggest of another engine just to be convenient. Okay, so that's how to manually add an engine. It's a little convoluted, but it doesn't happen often at all. And most of the engines, as you can see, there are already a load of engine that's here. And you can also, another alternative way is that you can add an engine to here, and then you import it. If you do that, that's also very easy for you, because some other people probably already help you add the engine, and then all you need to do is just import that into fastest search engines. You can just click add and you come in, and you just change the category and the shortcut, and those are important. Okay, so now let's go to an interesting new feature I add in, which make getting driving directions really fast. So let's say if you're on a web page, you select it and you right click the icon, it gives you the preview of the Google Maps, or if you left click, it gives you the address for you. So the fastest search is already helping you do things faster. But what if you want to get the driving directions from your home to Carnegie Hall? With the latest version, the version 1.45, you can do it using this map locations. So first, in map locations, you follow the format here, which is basically typing a shortcut, say H for home, and then you type in a street, let's say Harrison. I mean your actual address. Right now I'm just not using the real address. I'm just let me just type in Princeton, because I don't live in Harrison Street either, but I don't want anyone living on Harrison Street not happy about this. So let's just use Princeton, New Jersey, and as your home address. And also, why don't we just put in a work address too, New York. Okay, and so once you have that, you can say update, and those two locations are recorded, and once you select this, the same box pop up, but you can press semicolon key, and now you can see it turns into a red box, and you can type again. And here, if you type H, it means from home to this address. If you press enter, the from home address Princeton, New Jersey to Carnegie Hall. And how to get address from Carnegie Hall to your home? Well, that's the same thing. That's very easy too. You just say to home, and Carnegie Hall to your home. And we can also see, okay, what if I want to do from work to Carnegie Hall? Okay, New York to Carnegie Hall. And if you type something, what if you get in this red box, you can type your address, but you realize, okay, I really don't want to do that. I actually want to change the search engine to MapQuest. So you press the escape key. Now you get back to this box, and you can change the engine shortcut to MapQuest. And now you are on MapQuest. If you still want to do the directions, you can press semicolon again, and as you can see, because I only supported getting directions for Google Maps, once you enter this directions mode, it's back to Google Map icon, and again you can type just H and return, and you get the driving directions. It can't be any easier than that. And the locations here, you can add more whichever way you want, and this is much better than having to select and then right click and then say whatever directions to, whatever directions from, and once you have more and more locations, this is not going to be easy. But using a shortcut, you just do like 3 keystrokes and you are there. Okay, so another thing I added was weather engines in 1.45. So the 2 engines I added are AccuWeather and Weather.com, and they may be just the best for US locations. I don't know if they support all the other countries or not, but for US users this is very convenient. One thing you do want to do is press the edit key and then change the zip code and to whatever you want, say 12345 if you live in a zip code as 12345. If you do the change, and then if you type the shortcut AW, and you will load the page for you, the AccuWeather.com's prediction for 12345, this zip code, and it does. So it's that simple, and yeah, all you need to do is just type semicolon AW, and you will automatically show you your local weather. And you can do the same for weather.com, but I will not show you. Another thing I want to show you is Firefox has a kind of annoying feature where if you type something like so you see this switch to tab. Once you have switched to tab, you know that there's no way you make a duplicate tab, but see, this page is still loaded because fastest search, the instant loading will ignore this switch to tab. It will load the page for you anyhow. So this disabled that switch to tab so-called feature from Firefox, and I know a lot of people dislike it. I have colleagues who really hated it. So this is a convenient thing for you. Another thing is that you can also go to instance settings, and you can see there's a URL bar shortcut, and this allow you to use any engine for instant feature on the location bar. By default, it's using Google for search. But what if you say I just like Google News so much, and so I type in the Google News shortcut and say update, and now if I type something weird that wasn't in the history, let's say if I want to say that ceiling, and as you can see, oh, this is an old one. If I say something else, the search will be done on the Google News. See, this is the Google News search. So this is basically using this, I let the location bar actually use Google News as the instant search engine. So you don't always have to be using Google. If you are in another country, you can use your default engine. And there are many other options, but I don't think I have all the time to do it. One thing I want to show you is that if you select a URL, automatically the URL is opened for you. That's part of what you can do. If you select a web something, you can say if you select a word, you can do dictionary. You can also type another one in. Then you can, if you press return, both web pages will open for you, and you can even type in a category name. I think I'm running out of time for Google YouTube limit. Thank you for watching this video.